basic beginners tenor guitar and baritone ukulele, Chicago tuning, DGBE, perfect timing, a focused approach, book 1. This is lesson 11, part 1. There's going to be a part 2. I've done this part 1 over and over and over. I keep finding little errors in my book, and I'm thinking I'm not able to play along. I'm thinking, what is wrong? And then I'm like, oh, I wrote that wrong. So no time like the present to fix it. So that's what I did. And now we're going back. So let's do the Zim Boogie. And I noted here, one thing I had to do is change some chord fingerings I didn't like on my final chord chart. But the little note above some of the small writing there is saying, look at the chord chart at the end of the book, which is, my pages are loose here, but it would be at the end of the book. Your tenor guitar, baritone ukulele chord chart, handy dandy, and the A7 and the B7 are on there. A7 like this. I don't know if you see that. B7. Open. Okay. We're going to try the melody first, then we'll come back and do the chords. And as I've been saying with all of them, once we've got the melody down, you can go back and strum the chords along with it after the count in, and then flip-flop once we'll record the chords together, and then you can, play along with me the first time, go back and play the melody along with the chords. Just seems like a nice way to do it for practicing both the notes and the chords. Getting the chords in your head, getting the notes in your head, okay? So, the Zim Boogie. It's 4/4 time. There are some sharps, obviously, quite a few there. They're not really showing the key signature. If you look at the time signature, 4/4, so 4 beats per measure. This is the last song, so don't mess up. Now, I've actually messed this up several times just trying to play it, and it's pretty simple. Just kind of like some guitar surf music or spy music, I'd call it. Anyway, we're going to try to get through it and then get through the chords. It'll be a small miracle. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. Okay, it's playing kind of soft. Hopefully that's loud enough. Let's just jump right in and do the chords. I think I did everything well enough there. It was pretty solid. So the chords, I'm just doing the 4 strums per measure, like that. Okay. So and again, look at the chord diagram in your back, your sheets. If you can't get that A7 and B7 in your head, you'll need to have them in there to play this, make the chord changes quickly enough. So here we go, starting on the E chord, and I'll kind of hum the melody a little, although my throat's giving me a little trouble. Never let that stop me. 1, 2, ready, play. Ooh, that low note. Should have sang it. I can't sing in either register right now, but oh, we did note that the end, last song was the end, my little humor. The end, like the end of a page. I think I said that at the end of the last lesson. But it's the end of the book, so I did this. So that is, you can run that back and play the melody with it. I think I did well enough, but hopefully you caught that little, I wanted to bring attention to that, like the chords on the last line where it goes. Okay, it's like bum 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 bum. Okay, so the chords have, if you look at the chords over the melody line, there are 2 eighth note rests over the eighth notes. So the eighth notes in the melody, they actually play along. You know, it's a quarter note, 2 eighths, and a half, and then a whole tied to a whole at the end. But and you count the whole note out. But the chords for the last one would be like the last 2 measures. If I could just come in, ready, play, bum bum bum. Okay, so let's do the last line. Okay, bum 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 bum. Okay, bum, ready, play. Bum, 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 bum. I'm not singing the right notes very well. Bum, 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 bum. Okay? I just wanted to stress that. Now go back and play where we went smoothly through with the melody notes and with the chords, and try to, especially when you are playing with the melody, and you're playing the chords and the melody's going, try to do the chords correctly and observe those 2 eighth rests, okay? Now, what do we have left? Really, just the chords. I wanted to go through. I'm just gonna. I think I'll just do the like 2 bars of the, and this is the first one, the A. And I'm gonna read them upper left of the page, just like you're reading a book. Left to right, left to right, left to right, 1 down each line. So it's not going to sound like a song because they're not in any nice, what we call a chord progression that is typical songs like, you know. Wait a minute, let's see. You know, that sounds like something, right? So that was C, A minor, F, G. Maybe we'll do a couple of those at the end, but I'm just going to do the down, up, or down. Yeah, down, down, up, down, up, like twice through for each chord, okay? So I'll name the chord, change, and play it 2 bars through. 1, 2, ready, A. A minor. Already doesn't sound like a song. A7, coming up on B7, C, C7 coming. You notice I have 3rd or pinky finger, D, now D minor, now D7, E minor, E7, and I have a little note you could put your 3rd or 4th finger down. Just hanging on that one for a little while. Let's go to F and G, 3rd or 4th finger there, usually the 3rd, and G7. Okay. What ends off of a G7 sounds unfinished, doesn't it? I'll let you in on a secret. It usually resolves to a C. Doesn't that sound good from? Okay. So things like C, F, G would sound better if you went F, G, back to C, or A, D, E, A, D, or a 4-chord progression like I had done, C, C, A minor, F, G, or like G, E minor, C, D. There's G, E minor, C, D, G. Okay, so I know I was jumping all over the place there. Again, I changed some of these and added in some little alternate fingerings. There's really little notes over to the side. So kind of like I commented about the G chord and we touched on earlier. Where are we? 10 minutes in. I wanted to talk next about, maybe I'll just kind of launch into this because there's a fair bit to say. Maybe I'll read through something that I wanted to kind of whet your appetite at the end of this. I know what we did here was to learn the tenor guitar and the baritone uke tuned in Chicago tuning, DGBE, which is like the top 4 strings of a guitar. I beat that thought to death, right? We're aware of that at this point, hopefully. So maybe I never did this. So here's a 6-string guitar, right? Without dropping it. This is a rather expensive one here. My little tenor's kind of inexpensive. 6-string guitar. Okay, that was the top 4, and then all of the ones on the tenor. But the 6th string has an A and an E below it. Okay? Ding dong. Okay? So, what I wanted to talk about was all the different possibilities you could do with tunings. You can tune these. I wanted to make sure you knew, like with the baritone, you guys who have, and gals, whatever, have baritone ukuleles, they are